Interior, Ellen's apartment, afternoon. Maxine and Ellen lie naked under the sheet after making love. Maxine cuddles up against Ellen. Ellen, do you think Phil knows about us? Maxine, no. Besides, he's so preoccupied with his business he scarcely has time for me anymore. Ellen, and then there's all that nonsense about preparing for disaster. Maxine, it makes him feel more in control of his life. Ellen, he seems to work hard without getting anywhere. Maxine, I think he frustrates himself, but he's not aware of it. The women pause, enjoying their closeness. Maxine, sometimes I worry about Dan. Ellen, how so? Maxine, he's very special in some ways, and that also makes him odd compared to a lot of kids his age. Ellen, you mean his intuition? Maxine, yes. Ellen, you told me that runs in his family. Maxine, and causes problems for everyone. Ellen, he's still your baby. I've enjoyed watching him grow up. Maxine, yes, and I love him so much. Maxine hugs Ellen tighter. Interior, gun shop, day. Phil looks at the array of guns in the racks and under the glass. The owner finishes with another customer and then comes down the counter to Phil. Gun shop owner, see anything you like? Phil, I don't know, I'm new to this. Gun shop owner, didn't your dad teach you how to shoot? Phil, not in Atherton. Gun shop owner, what do you plan to do with a gun if you buy one? Phil, it's mainly for protection. Gun shop owner, a lot of people buy pistols for that, but it's easier to hit with a longer gun. The dealer turns to the rack and pulls down a black, short-barreled 12-gauge pump with a pistol grip. He lays it down in front of Phil. Gun shop owner, no one will mess with you if you have this. The gun shop owner takes a spent shell and shows Phil how to load it. Gun shop owner, don't load it until you need to. He presses the action release and pumps it. Gun shop owner, this is how you clear a live round out of the chamber. He tips it over and pushes the safety. Gun shop owner, this is the safety. See the red line? This means it's on safe. If you have to fire it, hold tight because it kicks hard. Phil, I'm not expecting a war. Gun shop owner, but you are expecting something. Phil and Maxine's kitchen, evening. Phil and Maxine clear the table and load the dishwasher. Maxine, this whole thing is pretty off the wall. Phil, I think his mind is going. Maxine, he still seems pretty lucid to me. Phil, he's done some strange things in his time, but this one tops it all. Maxine, well, the address is real, and he didn't seem upset, did he? Phil, no code word. Maxine, code word? Phil, we have a word we can use to suggest trouble. It's something he taught me early on. We've never used it. Maxine, so you think we should go there this weekend? Phil, I suppose I could go alone or call the cops. Maxine, what would they do? Phil, probably not much. He's not really missing. No evidence of a crime. Maxine, and Carol must be with him. Phil, so, yes or no? Maxine, I guess it's a yes. We need to know what's going on with them. Exterior, Atlantis Trading, morning. Phil, Maxine, and Dan wait at the door with small rolling suitcases. Phil pushes the buzzer. Guard, voiceover. Good morning, we've been expecting you. Phil points out the camera to Maxine. She makes a face. The door clicks open. Guard, come on in. They go in. Interior, Atlantis Trading, morning. Phil leads the way to the guard desk. Phil, we're, guard, the Harrisons. The guard picks up the phone. Guard, they're here. Watcher, voiceover. I'll be up in a minute. Guard, he's on his way. The family looks around. A door with no handle on the outside opens behind the guard. The watcher, 70, holds it open for them. The watcher is a slender man with a receding hairline and translucent skin. He is wearing a gray uniform with the winged sun logo. Watcher, this way, please. They hold back. Watcher, it's quite safe. Please. Phil leads them through the door. They follow the watcher down a corridor. Phil, where are my parents? Watcher, you'll see them pretty soon. Phil, I hate all this mystery. Watcher, I'm sorry, we have our reasons. Phil, who's this we? Watcher, you'll learn that too. Phil, never a straight answer. Watcher, I'm sorry. Procedure. Phil, They come to an elevator. The watcher swipes his badge. The door opens and the watcher motions for them to enter. Interior, elevator, morning. The elevator control panel has 2 buttons, up and down. The watcher presses the down button. The elevator falls faster and faster, leaving them slightly weightless, then slows and stops. Interior, hallway, morning. The elevator door opens to another featureless hallway. The watcher stops at a door and swipes his badge. The door opens, revealing a small subway station. They climb aboard a car and are whisked away. Interior, reception room, morning. Ed and Carol wait for them. Phil lets go of his bag and rushes over to hug his mom. Then he turns to confront his dad. Phil, what the fuck is going on here? Why all the mystery? Ed, in due course, kiddo. Phil, don't call me kiddo, Dad. I hate that. I'm not a kid anymore. Ed, okay. Have you had breakfast yet? Phil, of course we did. It's 9 o'clock. Ed, let's go sit down where we can talk about all this. Phil, I'd like that. I really would. Ed chuckles. No need to be so tense. Phil, I'm not tense. Ed smiles broadly. Whatever. The watcher opens another door. Interior, cafe, morning. They enter an airy room with tables and potted trees. Ed, just put your stuff over there and sit down so we can talk. Ed points them to a table and then turns to Dan. Ed, I need you to go over there, Ed points to an area with couches, and keep busy while we talk. Dan, but I want to listen. Ed, you can play with this. With a wink, Ed hands Dan a tablet computer and taps the screen. A video about Velikovsky comes on. Dan, oh, okay. Dan flops down on the couch and Ed goes back to sit with the other adults. Phil, so what's this all about? Watcher, life on this planet is about to change for the worse. Phil, oh, really? Carol, we're going to have terrible earthquakes, huge storms, even meteors. Phil, we have all those now. Watcher, not like it's going to be. Phil, and what's going to make it so much worse? Watcher, something going on in the sky, out in space. Phil, oh, woo, woo. Watcher, are you aware that more than half of all stars have other stars linked to them? Phil, I've never heard that. Maxine, Dan had a dream about 2 suns, so did a client. Watcher, precognitive dreams. Phil, does it matter? Watcher, it matters to us now. Phil stares at him. Watcher, our sun has a companion. Phil, why would I care about that? The watcher grabs a napkin and makes a quick sketch of the solar system, including an extra object with an elliptical orbit. Watcher, the orbit of the twin is very long, so most of the time it's too far away to have much effect on us. Ed, but right now it's at the part where it passes close to our solar system, and that causes a lot of problems. Possibly a mass extinction event. This place is the best refuge money can buy. Phil, that's pretty hard to take seriously. Carol, it is, but that doesn't make it any less true. Maxine, do you know how crazy all this sounds? Phil, it just seems like more doomsday crap to me, 2012 and all that. Watcher, well, there was a lot of crap in all the 2012 hubbub, but there was also a kernel of truth. Phil, what is this, the Department of Tall Tales? Watcher, I understand your cynicism, but it's not justified. Phil, do you have any evidence to support this? Watcher, we do, in our labs. Phil, I'd like to see it, and it better be good. Ed, Phil, he knows you're a lawyer out there. Phil, show me what you have.